In today's video, we're going to be testing this Maxpeedingrods generator with my 8-gallon compressor, this refrigerator, and even this microwave. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to More Motorsports Garage. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. In today's video, we're going to be using Maxpeedingrods MXR 2300 generator. We're going to be turning on this 8-gallon compressor and seeing if the generator can keep up. Along with this microwave, we'll be making some noodles because it's lunchtime, and even seeing if this refrigerator will stay running and turn on as well. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. We will have some paint content coming out soon, if God is willing. I was in contact with a paint shop and they said that they would let me use their paint booth for a fee. So I'm trying to get the money raised up for that fee, and then we will get some painting underway for sure. If you didn't know, last winter here in Texas, we had a freeze, the power grid went down, and a lot of people were without power. By the grace of God, we did not lose power, but it's probably because we're so close to the military base. So this year we're going to try to be prepared, and we have this generator, and it's actually a really nice generator. I will show you the unboxing, so here's that, and then we'll go over more. Really excited to use this thing because I can actually use it at the drag strip, and if it works good enough, I may even be able to use it for running a small air compressor for when I get a shop out in the country. Before we have power ran to the shop, I will need something to, power a little air compressor or something. It did come with the user manual right here. And it is very neatly placed in here. As you can see, has a nice form around it to keep it all in place. The electrical leads and the tools necessary. And then we've got the actual generator. Here it is. Nice. Wow. It's a pretty nice looking design here. We've got the pull start right here, which I'm going to check the oil and stuff like that before even trying to start this thing. It says add lubricating oil, and that's where we add the oil right here. It does say add lubricating oil. So we've got the air cleaner right here, so we can maintenance that whenever the time is necessary to maintenance that. And then right here we have access to the spark plug, so when we have to replace spark plug, easy access right there. Pretty nice looking design. So with all of that being said, let's flip it around to this side. You can see got your 120 volt house outlet style right here, and then we've got the econo switch, which is off right now, and when we turn it on, I'm sure it saves a little bit of fuel. Then we've got ground lead, AC breaker, AC reset. Even has a spot to charge your phone. That's pretty cool. A little USB to plug in there. Say you're running something out of here and you don't want to take up a spot, you got that. That's pretty cool. Parallel connections right here. That's awesome. You can run them in series most likely. I'd have to read up more on that to be sure. But that's really cool because you got the run, and then you start it up. Obviously there is no gas. They don't ship them with gas in it, so I will have to add some fuel. But that's simple enough. I've got a fuel tank sitting out back with some fuel in it. So yeah, it's really not too heavy at all either. So that's the better part of it. So I can use this for going to the drag strip as well. When we're at the drag strip, we want some lights underneath our canopy or something. We can turn this thing on and have some lights, or maybe a little fan or something, because it gets hot here in Texas. But yeah, you definitely do not want this to start it up in a house. You definitely don't want to start this up in a house or a garage. Even if the windows are open and it's venting out, you don't want to do that because it can emit a toxic gas that will kill you. So just keep that in mind if you are going to be using this during a winter storm or something. Run the extension cord inside, make sure the extension cord's not too long, but looks like it's pretty good shape. I like how this thing looks. So I'm going to go ahead and check the oil in it, get some fuel in it, and we'll start it up. Okay, so I did check and there isn't oil. There's just barely enough on this thing to trick me. So I went ahead and checked again after wiping it clean with a clean shop rag or shop towel, and there's no oil. So it does say to add oil before starting it. We have some AMSOIL right here we're just going to use to start it. Get it in there. All right, perfect. It's perfectly topped off, so that's good to go. Now it does say to change the oil every 6 months or every 100 hours of use. That's just a general rule of thumb to make sure it lasts a long time. I'm going to go ahead and turn this switch on top. There's actually a switch up here. Turn that to on. Then we will turn this to run. That's basically supposed to get everything cycled through. And then we will take it out of the garage, give it a couple test fires, and see if we can't get it to start. Okay, now that we got the unboxing out of the way, it's topped off with fuel, holds 1 gallon of fuel. It's topped off with oil. You want to take a ground cable and ground it. It's called an earth ground. You basically take a piece of metal, stake it into the ground, and you'll use a better piece of wire. This is just for an example, but you want to read these directions as well. You don't want to use it in your house or in your garage. The carbon monoxide will kill you. So use common sense here. I know common sense is not so common nowadays, but just try to be safe when doing this stuff. You do not want a load on it when you go to start it. You want to make sure there's nothing plugged in at all. It also has the USBs, so we're going to try to charge my GoPro battery, see how that works, and good stuff. You want it to be in the choke position on first startup, and then when this light turns green, you'll switch it over to run. Unless it's already warmed up, then you'll just start it and run. But when it's cooled down, you need to choke it first. And yeah, I don't know if this will work. It is a bit of a power draw for sure, but we'll try this. And 1,000-watt microwave here, and obviously the refrigerator. It's off right now, as you can see, because we have the cords up here. So I'm going to go ahead, start it up. We're going to try to run this in these and make me some, ramen. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, as you can hear, it's not very loud. It's 58 decibels from what the information says. It's very quiet. That air compressor is much louder, so if we get that to turn on, you'll definitely notice the difference. And yeah, it sounds pretty good. And I don't smell the fuel. Like normally with these generators, you instantly start smelling the exhaust, like the emissions. This one, I don't smell it yet. It's probably because it's also facing out like it's supposed to be. But I'm gonna go ahead and try the compressor. Again, I don't know if that'll work, but give it a shot. It was too much for it. The overload light is blinking, so I need to reset this AC reset right here. We'll try it again. Well, it almost starts. I just guess it's a little bit too much for it. The MXR 3200 series would have no problem with that because it is a higher wattage rating. But yeah, we'll go ahead and test the light. Obviously it's LED, so it should have no problem. And it's not flickering or anything, which is really good. Most generators that I've used, the smaller ones, the cheap ones from Harbor Freight and stuff like that, they'll have a little pulse to them. This one's not doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the microwave and the light at the same time. Remember, that's a 1,000-watt microwave. So it definitely works to power this fridge and the freezer. So that's good, and it's not very high RPMs to run that, so that means there's extra stuff we can plug into it. Obviously I plugged that in the top ones, I can't get some of the bottom one. But we can try GoPro battery right here on the USB port. Nice. Okay, so that's working. The fridge is still running. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it off with it all plugged in. As you can see, it shuts off. So there's no extra battery bank or anything inside the generator. So it's on-demand power, if that makes any sense. I definitely like it. I wish it would have ran the compressor, but it is what it is. This is a smaller wattage generator. The MXR 3200 would have no problem running this and probably the microwave at the same time. Not that you'd be running a microwave and an air compressor at the same time, but I'm really happy that it ran the microwave with no issue, and the compressor tried to start, so that's pretty good. But the fridge was the other thing, because during the winter storm, a lot of people had their groceries go out and go bad and stuff like that because their fridges went out. So this is definitely going to save something like that. And I know a space heater will work with it because a space heater has less wattage use than that one. So for sure, the space heater will work. You can use extension cords with this, but they have to be a recommended length. The instruction manual has all that information in it, so definitely check the instruction manual out. And again, do not use this in a closed space. You do not want to die from carbon monoxide poisoning. That would just be terrible. So after the machine cools down, we're actually going to switch this back to off position so it doesn't vent all the fumes out. But you want to wait till it's cooled down to do that. Also, you're supposed to change the oil, I believe, every 100 hours of use. Again, all that information is in the instruction manual, and it just takes some 10W30 oil. But this one is running some AMS oil, so it's going to be some pretty good oil in here. But yeah, definitely recommend it for anyone looking for a generator. I highly recommend this one. I'm even going to try the MXR 3200 in the future, if God is willing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There should be more videos coming with the shop in Colleen letting me use their paint booth to paint some of my projects. So just definitely stay tuned. Hit that bell icon on to get notified of every upload, and check out Texas on a channel because I have more stuff over there, and we will be using this in the near future on that channel and on this channel. So definitely stay tuned. But that's basically it for this video. I will see you guys in the next video. And as I like to say, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.